There we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. We are March 9th, 2013. This is episode 31. I'd like to welcome back previous viewers and welcome any new viewers. This is take 2.
Yep. And I'm Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter. And you can find us on Blip, YouTube, and iTunes, all under Two Tangled Skeins, TWO. You can find us on Twitter as the number 2 Tangled Skeins. And you can find our blog with all of our show notes and whatnot.
Links, pictures, videos.
Possible outtakes. On twotangledskeins.wordpress.com. And yeah. Episode 31, March 9th, yada yada yada.
I said that, didn't I?
No. You said that in the last take, but I don't think you said that one in this take.
Oh well.
And welcome to everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those episodes.
I'm knitting on Kari's knit with these humongous
sharp pointy
8 inch
8
inch freaking stiletto thingies because I'm not having fun with my knitted stuff. So FOs and hoes.
Because I has both. Faux would be this, which is the Pretty Thing Cowl by Stephanie Pearl McPhee, also known as the Yarn Harlot, and it is done out of oh shoot, what was I doing this out of?
It's there.
Veil by Mountaintop, which is Classic Elite yarns.
Yep.
And it was done on 3.5 millimeter, so US 4. And I added an extra repeat because, you know, the whole not a small woman. I also do not have a small head at all. I have to make hats bigger. I have to make hats because I can't buy them, is what it comes down to.
Yeah,
finding a summer hat is not fun. But yeah, it's all done, all woven in, very nice, very soft, and really not something I can wear today because it's warm.
Well, it's alpaca and bamboo.
Yep, it's 70 alpaca,
yep.
30 bamboo, I believe.
Yep.
So it's very nice and squishy and lovely. And I have plenty left to make myself a pair of pearly fingerless mitts, but I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, because you have like a ball and a half.
Yep, exactly. And it's 200 and something yards, so I might actually be able to get a pair of full mitts out of it. I'll have to find out. We shall see. But that is not for this year, probably. Well, not for the end of this season.
No, because it's plus what today?
It's plus 8. It's supposed to rain for the next couple of days. Huzzah for getting rid of snow!
Yes.
Boo hiss for getting muck.
And you can't wear that in this weather because it'll just be sticky.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. I had a shawl on earlier, and I can't put it back on because my neck's just... Because, you know, you guys needed the...
Yay for FOs.
Yay, I have a faux.
She was determined last night to have it
Oh
finished.
yeah, it was getting finished last night. This one, I don't think I've actually shown it on here yet because this was the one that I started before I'd actually finished another repeat of my insanity. So this was what broke my New Year's resolution, which I'm impressed. It actually lasted a full month, a little over, before I broke it.
Yes, you did.
So yeah, so that's my faux.
Okay, what's your hoe?
Okay, I'll keep talking. Ho!
Because that'll bring you into what's on the needles. Because, you know, I am knitting this.
Well, this is technically what's on my needles.
That's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. It brings you into what's on your
Oh,
needles.
right. Or what's on her needles. This
Or, yeah, what I'm actually.
is my half-finished object, my hoe. It is the Shamrock Mitts by Marianne Stevens. And I knit it on, it's knit on 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5. And as you can see, it has a lovely, lovely shamrock pattern in it. I'm intending to have these done by next weekend, which is it next weekend or next Thursday?
It's
17th?
It's on the Sunday, so it's
okay.
It's like next
St.
Sunday.
Patty's Day. We'll see if that actually happens. and if it's actually cold enough to wear them.
Well, I was going to say, is it actually going to be cold enough? Because
I don't think it's going to be cold enough for me to need them, but these are my contribution to St. Paddy's Day. And they have, I'll take it off again so you can actually see the cuff here. A wonderful little twisted cuff on it, and same design on the thumb. And then the back of the mitt and the underside of the thumb is just a standard, fairly standard colorwork pattern. And I love it. These little dots that you can see here are actually pearl bumps. So it gives them a little bit of extra, like it's a little extra thing on the mitts that gives it a little visual interest.
I didn't realize that.
And it looks like it has a rolled cuff right now. It doesn't. It actually has a hemmed cuff. I just forgot to hem it as I went, so I'm going to have to go back and do that. But yep, these are all done. They were done out of, it's Knit Pick Stroll is the green, and Lewitt Gems is the white. And both yarns very nice to knit with. It's only going to take me one ball of each, so 50 grams each. And yeah, very nice. Very.
Sorry if I'm not a lot of eye contact. I'm knitting on these 2.5 signatures because I'll explain my mess of knitting.
That's the start of the other half.
Knit 2 rows after?
Yes. And yeah, that's...
Kari has to hand me knitting for the show. It's not a good thing.
Oh yeah, I guess I should just keep going with the half finished. Well, it's not really half finished, but with the...
Yeah, just keep going on your needles and then I'll...
Because I've actually been working on Insanity this week. And this is by the Heirloom Knitting Group on Ravelry. It is a reworking of a pattern out of the Shetland Museum in the British Isles.
The Queen Susan shawl.
It's the Queen Susan shawl, which I have dubbed my Insanity. And
take 2.
We'll just put it in front of Sue because I'm
wearing white.
Wearing white. And it is knit on 2mm, which is a US 0, and it is done out of the Gossamer Web, their Phoenix yarn, which is merino silk, I believe. I don't remember. I don't have it with me, so I can't tell you. I'm about halfway through my second repeat, which...
Yay!
Yay! It takes me probably 10 minutes or so to do a row, because this is...
How many rows are in a repeat?
31 or 32.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not...
It's time consuming.
Yeah, it's definitely not what anyone would consider a quick knit.
It's not... Is it? Do you consider it travel knitting?
I do, but most people wouldn't. I was knitting on this at midnight last night. And I have knit on this in the car.
At Rhinebeck.
At Rhinebeck. I knit on it at Rhinebeck.
Stitches.
Oh yeah, sorry, at Stitches. I knit on it in the car, going to Stitches, and the car coming home from Stitches. And then I pulled that entire one out, and I'm redoing it. So this will once again be knit going to and from Stitches.
Or Maryland.
And Maryland.
And Maryland.
And Rhinebeck.
And Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
We will talk about Maryland and whatnot in a bit.
Okay. Is that all you have on the needles? Oh, you.
Yeah, I just picked this up, so it doesn't really count. This is the Icarus Shawl by Miriam Fenton out of the Interweave, I think it was their 10-year book. And it's the shawl off the cover. Yeah.
It hasn't been touched in a while.
Hasn't been touched in a while. It just happened to be in my bag. It is done on 3.25mm, which is a US 3. I do love the fact that these needles have the...
They have both?
Yeah, they have both stamped into them. It's great, because I can just find it on the needle and read it off.
Nice.
And it is done out of... I don't remember. Misty Alpaca.
Is it Misty Alpaca?
I'm fairly certain it is. It's been a while since I've had it.
Oh,
there it is.
Estelle Super
Oh,
Alpaca.
yeah, Estelle Yarn Super Alpaca. And Yeah, that's about it.
So that's why we have show notes.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. I got like 2 stitches to finish here.
Okay.
And I will get into my, what Lynn would call hot mess of knitting. Let me start off with, there's my shawl. So I started a shawl last week, which was the Easy Peasy shawl. Restarted it twice because the knit 2 togethers were lining up on the one side, but the SSKs weren't lining up. They looked like a hot mess on the left side, so it just looked like a jumbled mess of lattice. So I put that aside. And then I got another suggested bunch of shawls from Toll Baby, and I decided to knit this one, which is Mara. And it's originally made in Madeline Tosh. I started knitting that with the gray DK, and then my friend Selma said, but you have 3 skeins of Tosh DK, why don't you use that? I thought, great, but I want to knit on my 4s. Calls for a 4.5. Actually, there's some nicer pictures here I can show you. Oh, I'm not sure how that's coming out.
There we go.
But, so of course, I knit it. Not sure if you're going to be able to see the colors.
Turn towards the window, yeah.
There you go. So there's like blues and a little bit of browns. It's the Tosh DK and Georgia O'Keeffe colorway. But I'm realizing it's too tight. I'm going to have to switch to 4.5s, which means this is being ripped out. And I got quite a bit done and was quite proud. But it's just not going to be on my signatures. So I have the needles to rip it out. I can do that. The other thing, which I'm calling a hot mess, is...
Yeah, if anyone's looking to sell a set of size 7, US 7 signature...
I'm looking for some because they're not making them right now. And
just saying.
You know, my way. So that was Mara by Amy Hendricks, Tosh DK in the Georgia O'Keeffe colorway. I'll be re-knitting it on 4.5 needles, which is a US 7. Then I have my basic rib socks, for which finished sock. This is the finished one. It's gorgeous, isn't it lovely? Stockinette stitch on the bottom, ribbed on the top. Well, guess what I did? Ribbing both sides. So now the dilemma is, do I rip it out or do I just keep going? Because I'm just about at, is it the gusset, right? Yeah, I'm about 3 rows away from the gusset. So these are the socks for my husband that are knit out of Hobbit Garden from Socks That Rock on 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2, I think. Yes, which is a US 2. And it's Basic Rib Socks by Kate Atherley. So I'm debating ripping it back. Carrie's telling me just keep knitting. So she suggested we put it up to a vote. What do you guys think? I don't know if he's going to care whether it's ripped on the bottom or not. But yeah, so I'll be ripping that back if, you know, I'm not sure. So it's going to go in the naughty corner for a little while. Crap. I forgot my Gusto. I've been knitting on the Gusto as well. Sorry, I'm a little bit scatterbrained today.
It's okay, we both are.
I've also been knitting on the Gusto by Ann Budd in SMC Northern Wool Tweed on 4.5s, which is why my other 4.5s are in use, which is a US 7. And yeah, I'm at the part where you're going to split for the buttons. And there's a part I don't understand in the pattern, so I'm going to get Carrie or Lynn to help me look at that. And yeah, so that was a really quick run by. So I can move on to what's on the wheel. Nada?
Nada.
I have half of my sunburst.
My wheel has literally moved.
Half of my sunburst, and it's very thick and thin, so I'm hoping that the next half will be a little bit thinner, and then when we ply the two together, it'll be somewhat evened out. But yeah, I was having some issues with corkscrewing, and I was able to rectify those on my own without having Carrie here. So that was good. I have to learn, because, you know, I'm going to have this wheel for a long time, so I have to learn. So I'm debating taking a class from the Knitters and, no, Spinners and Weavers Guild. But my question was, can you do that if you're not a member?
I have no idea.
I think you can.
I think you can, it just costs a little more.
Okay, because I'm really not sure if I want to become a member. It's not something that I think I want to go to every month, so I don't know. So I'm going to look into that. But if anybody has any online tutorials or videos on how to help you get your drafting to be more even, anything like that would be great. I've watched a few videos by, what's her name? Abby Fricomont, who does the Respect to Spindle book. I've watched a few of her videos, but it's just hard. I need some hands-on help. I need to sit with somebody, which is the reason why I might take a class. So yeah, so that's half done. And yeah, not very much. We have the knitting in color, the knit along, spin along, crochet along. Progress is looking good. People are posting. There's the one lady, I don't know her name, I don't remember her name, but she's getting it so fine. Like it's lighter than, I think it looks lighter than fingering. And then
yeah, I have not been participating in that at all, because the first thing I did was pack my yarn, because otherwise I'd cast on all the things.
I'm participating, but it's not, I'm not going to win a prize because I'm the mod, you know.
Yes.
So I did get a stash enhancement from Kirby Werby, which is beautiful self-striping yarns, and it's www.kirbywerbyyarns.etsy.com. This yarn is from the Lost show. It's called Ben Linus is the colorway. It's got gray, purple, blue, and white.
And she sent me I watched the finale of Lost. I've never really watched the show.
So I'm trying to.
And she sends me a message with Lost Ben Linus colorway. I'm assuming she means it's gone missing.
No, I had sent her a picture and then I said Lost Ben Linus colorway.
And I'm like, I didn't take it, I swear.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the colorway name. She's like, oh, okay.
Because I'm assuming, because, you know, obviously if it goes missing, I'm the first person most people blame.
Yeah.
Duh.
Really. But it's Kirby Werby. Go check her out on Etsy. I will put a link up. It's yarns made for a knitter by a knitter. She calls it home-brewed yarns and hand knits.
And it's really nice and soft and squishy.
It's really hard to see here, the colors, because I didn't realize there was purple in it when I bought it. I basically said to my son, come and look at these colors and pick one for me, because I'm going to pick the usuals.
It's more of a, it's almost an indigo color. Like it's that purple that's almost verging onto blue.
Yeah, so it's quite nice.
It is very nice.
So, yeah, yay. And thank you, Diane, for pointing her out to me, because, you know,
it's soft, it's squishy, and they come with sparkle bases too.
Yes, it says sparkle. Yep, soft and squishy or sparkle.
Because, you know, I really need more soft yarn.
Oh, there's 25% nylon. That's even more than usual, isn't it?
It's usually either 20 or 25.
Okay, because it's 75% superwash merino. Oh, superwash, even better.
Yep.
So I plan on making a pair of socks with those for me. And that's...
Kari, do you have a stash enhancement?
Yes, I do. Pug.
Oh!
Thank
you, Toll Baby, who is also the peanut gallery.
This is an early birthday gift, and it's from Lynn. It's a pug! It's my well, it's not actually Gadget. But
it looks like Gadget.
It looks like Gadget. It's a pug. And this is going to be an absolutely wonderful project bag, actually, because...
You're hoping these fit in there.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure if they will. Well, they kind of will.
They will sideways.
Still the crossbows across the bottom.
Yeah, but it's a pug. So.
Yeah, it was one of those gifts that Lynn saw in the window of a shop and said, oh, there's only 2 left, I must get. And then wasn't sure if they had that color left.
Yeah, because they had them with black pugs, but as most of you know, Gadget is a fawn pug. But yes.
Oh, I thought she said blonde last night. It's
no,
a fawn.
Fawn.
And why do they call it fawn?
Because that's basically the color of a baby deer.
Right. Okay.
You can get, pugs come in 3 colors. They come in fawn, peach, and black.
And what does peach resemble?
Orangey.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
orange,
a more orange version of Gadget.
Okay.
Word
Things
to the
I
wise,
didn't know.
though, if you're looking at a pug, pugs shed like nobody's business. Fawn pugs are kind of in the middle range of shedding. Peach pugs, it comes off in clumps, like all the time. Just You literally, friends of mine had a peach pug, and you literally would brush her back just with your hand, and you get a clump every time you brushed
it's like
her.
a cat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was bad.
So,
And black pugs barely shed at all.
like, you didn't want a black pug.
Well,
You like the look of the fawns?
I didn't really care. I wanted a pug, and
Okay.
Gadget happened to be the first one I looked at. And he
said,
climbed up
"Take
on my
me."
lap and said, "Hi, I love you." And he came home with me.
Okay. So,
Because, you know, I figured I'd bring my mother with me to look at pugs, because that way she could, you know, be a good, you know, devil's advocate and what. Yeah, no.
didn't
No.
Because she was like, "Oh."
Yeah. My mother, who, at the time I didn't have a car, so we took hers. And my mother, on the way there, drives us to the pet store and buys everything that I'll need for him, just in case. That should have been my first clue that
You didn't have the dog yet?
I didn't have the dog yet. We were on the way to go look at him.
Wow.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. I love you.
She
I know
wanted
you
a
don't
grand pug.
watch. Yeah, she did want a grand pug. She loves her grand puppy. Anyways.
That's pretty much it. Shark show?
Oh, Maryland.
Oh, Maryland, right. Sorry.
Maryland.
There's a story behind Maryland. We're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival.
I saw some people people were talking about it on LSG, asking who was going to Maryland and to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. I'm like, when is that? I was bored at work, okay? So I look into it, and then I start looking, and they
See,
had
I knew
hotels
it was coming up,
listed,
but I didn't say anything because I figured, nah.
and they still had a couple of cheap hotel rooms, and so I send them an email going, anyone at all? Maryland? Yeah, maybe. So we're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Which is May 4th and 5th.
Yep, 4th, 5th. Yeah, 4th and 5th.
Yes, the whole
we're
weekend.
driving down on the
Friday.
on the 3rd, which is the Friday, so we'll be there Friday, probably fairly late Friday night.
Yes.
So we'll be there all day Saturday and part of Sunday.
And part of Sunday. And we're hoping to actually have buttons for this one. So if you
Yes.
see us, come up and ask if we have buttons.
Yes.
And we'll actually let you guys know if we are actually going to have buttons or not. But
Yep.
we should.
So that is event number 1 this year.
Yep. Because we have apparently decided that we are going to hit every major festival that is within a day's drive of us.
So which is Maryland Sheep and Wool,
Maryland, Rhinebeck.
Stitches, and then Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Stitches Midwest.
Stitches Midwest
And then Rhinebeck.
and Rhinebeck.
Hotel's already booked for Rhinebeck.
Yep.
Stitches, we don't need one because we're staying with
Rob.
baby's boyfriend.
Hi, Rob.
So.
We love you,
Hi,
Rob.
Rob. The fact that he's asked us to come back again.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a blast. I think he had more fun than we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the worst part of that is they didn't get me drunk for that one.
Nope.
I have already
No
been
booze.
promised that there will be booze at Maryland.
And carry tipping.
And carry tipping.
Yes, that's a long story. So, yay!
I'm
So
an
we look
interesting
forward to
girl.
that. So I guess we should look into getting buttons.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we should.
Yes, I will. I'll contact somebody I know.
Yeah. So,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.